address the elephant in the room before I dive back into more of like this book. My hair's pink. Hi, I'm Nick, and I'm documenting the highs, lows, and in-betweens of chasing my dream to becoming a traditionally published author. I hope you stick around for the journey, and maybe one day my books will be in your hands. Today is February 5th, 2026, and we are finishing draft 4 of The Lonely Wives Club. That's a big, bold statement. That's a big, bold statement because I actually don't know if that's going to happen, but that is my plan today. I had a goal to finish The Lonely Wives Club draft 4 within a week's time. I think today is technically the week or tomorrow is the week, but I have family coming into town tomorrow afternoon. So today I need to get it done because I won't have any time to write tomorrow. And I don't have any work I have to be doing today. So I have a free day. I wanted to actually get up like at 6 a.m. and like bust out writing the entire day. That didn't happen. I was too sleepy. But we're still going to make it happen and going to make it work. We have roughly, I did the math earlier. 6, 12, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We have 24 chapters to get through. I don't know if we can do that because the last couple writing sessions, I'm at like an hour per chapter when it comes to editing, because what I am doing is I'm reading through the chapter, making edits as I feel I need to make them while reading through. Then I go back and read through. If I make any more edits during that read through, then I go back and read through. I keep going back and reading through until I don't make any changes. I'm being very, very meticulous with this editing. So 24, I mean, roughly that should take me 24 hours. It is 10:45 a.m. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we're going to try. And today I'm taking you on this journey of, can I finish this book, editing this book in a day? I have high hopes and dreams that this is my final draft, kind of, because what I am going to do, because I don't want to keep making the same mistakes and send out a book that needed another round of edits, I am editing this as if it is my final draft. Like I am being that particular with it. Then I'm going to reopen a new draft, call it draft 5, read through it again. If I make edits, kind of the same system I'm doing with these chapters. If I make edits, then it goes to a next draft and as many drafts until I feel like I'm not making edits anymore. But I am editing this as if this is my final draft, because at some point it does have to be your final draft. Let's get into it. We are beginning with chapter 13. In the meantime of this, I'm also going to be making my sourdough bread, which I will show you. But let's get to writing. I have been really enjoying putting on my big screen. And then I get this guy and I type to that. And I've been really liking that. It is 11:18 a.m. I just finished chapter 13, crossed it off my list. Chapter 13 was actually pretty well done up. And so far, chapter 13 is funny. It is one of my favorite chapters. I was giggling and blushing at my own writing. I think chapter 13 is really fun. So chapter 13 is done. 11:18. So is what? 35 minutes? Let's dive into chapter 14. It's 11:30 and chapter 14 is like damn near perfect. So I'm almost done with it. But before I was doing my final read through, I got a little box because I have a new client. I think I have said in like some videos somewhere, somehow, if you follow my TikTok, maybe I've posted about it on my shorts. My day job is a form of freelance marketing where I just basically make social media ads for brands. And that is why I'm able to like take today to write fully and freely. And so I'm really excited about this one. And this is fun because I connected with the owner. I connected with the owner of the brand on Instagram, but I followed him for a long time because he was a TikToker that I followed forever and built this. Designed by coffee lovers for coffee lovers. This is so cool. I'm so excited about this. So I have 2 boxes, and I'm going to give this box to my cats. Enjoy, kids. And I want to open them, but I also know for some of the videos, I have to like unbox. Open up! Oh, there we go. Oh, they're so pretty. I'm so excited. Here's these. They're the latte glasses. Ooh, I'm really excited. Really, really excited. And another thing, almost 12. Dolof is almost ready for me to bake my loaves, but not quite. Probably at 12, which is what I was thinking, which what usually happens. I need it risen past the at or past the 600 because I am making 2 loaves, so I need a double. And it was at 300 when I fed her this morning. So she's almost doubled. She's not quite doubled, but we're almost done with chapter 14 already. Chapter 14 was a good chapter. I like the pacing. So let's give chapter 14 another read through and see if we're done. 12:02, and I have finished chapter 15. We've gotten through 3 chapters in a little over an hour. Pat yourself on the back. So this is what it's looking like, but it's 12 o'clock, which I think means it's sourdough time. Let's go check on Dolof. Dolof. That's my starter's name, if I didn't tell you guys. Dolof looks... I can't tell if it's the same or right at the 600. If it's the same, that means it's for sure at peak. I thought it would get more. I think I'm still going to bake because I have to keep in time with fermenting, and that looks peak enough to me. So... Now we let her rest for an hour before we do our first round of stretch and folds. Let's get back to writing. Okay, we just got through chapter 16. We're just a few words shy from hitting 71,000 words. Again, this will be completed to me when I do hit 75,000 words. I'm hoping we can do it. But now it's time to do our first round of stretch and folds. So let's go. Now to rest for 30 minutes. It is 1:40 and I just finished chapter 17. I'm really impressed with chapter 17. Very impressed. The middle of this book, I'm noticing I have kind of locked in. It was the beginning. And I already know from draft 3 with edits, I know that there's quite a few chapters I really need to add and beef up. But yeah, chapter 17 is done at 1:40. So it's the 5th chapter. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chapters in 3 hours? Wait, 10:45, 11:45, 12:45, 1:45. I'm going to pause, make myself some lunch, do my next round of stretch and folds, and dive back into it. It is 3:10. We are going to start chapter 18. I have my iced coffee. I have a full water bottle. I finished lunch. My sourdough is bulk fermenting for the rest of the day. There is nothing that I should need to do literally for the rest of the day. Like I should just be able to just focus on writing. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to dive into chapter 18 at 3:10 p.m. and see where we go from here. It is 5:45. I have in total today worked on 7 chapters. We're on chapter 20. I took a little break in the 5 o'clock hour. Oh, we have to give her medicine. I took a break in the 5 o'clock hour to take our epileptic pitbull on a walk to see if her SSRIs are working. Good news, they are. So we did a walk and I needed a break from the screen. I was starting to feel like the tiredness and the drain, even with my blue light glasses. Surprise, these aren't real glasses. They're blue light glasses that I wear when I stare at a screen. Do they work? I don't know. But I feel like I look cute in them. So if you've ever wondered, no, I don't actually need glasses. Unfortunately, I have perfect vision. But I'm starting to, unfortunately, feel like we're not going to get through the whole book today, which is okay. I have family coming in tomorrow, but they're coming in later than I thought. So push come to shove, I could probably finish it tomorrow. I don't want to do that though. I'm also almost to 800 subscribers on YouTube, which is a really big deal for me. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, 797. We're almost at 800, which is really, really exciting. I'm not hungry in the slightest, so I don't think I need to like break for dinner or anything. So we're just gonna get into it and see how far we can get before I absolutely need to go to bed. I'm hoping to get through 4 to 5 more chapters. We'll see what happens. I know the next 2 chapters I do need to add some words to. I already know that there were the chapters that I'm like, had it pinned in my brain of like, the pacing was a little too fast for these. Let's pick it up. So yeah, I'm just gonna shut up and I'm gonna get into it. And we'll see how far we can get today and how many we got through. Worst case, maybe I finish the book tomorrow. Worst case, I finish the book Sunday because my family will be gone by Sunday. And the book's still gonna be done. So like, that's fine. But I need to shut up and get to writing. It is 8 p.m. I have gone through 11 chapters today. I'm at 72,000 words. My sourdough is ready to shape. Am I going to finish the book today? Probably not, because after the sourdough is shaped, me and my husband are going to go get ice cream to celebrate because I'm about to hit 800 subscribers on YouTube. If I haven't already, I'm about to look. And we want ice cream. This is a double batch. It proofed way quicker than I imagined, but like, look at it. Okay, you ready? Oh, here we go. See that?
Ooh.
See all of that?
Yeah, show the camera.
Oh, can you get the camera? All the webbing. I wanted you, and then all the bubbles. About there, I think. And I put flour on this perk.
Say hi.
Hi. This is when I would do my inclusions if I was doing any.
And so these are stretch and folds?
No, I already did the stretch and folds. This is the shaping.
Okay, and then this will be for the proofing?
Yes, and then I flip it over and I do the little swoops.
Oh my goodness.
And then flip it over. Pop it in there. 1 in the fridge. And now they go to bed. And now we're going to go get ice cream. We're about to walk out the door for ice cream and I did have to check. 800 subscribers! Now I can go get my ice cream. Boo. Clearly things have shifted for the night. I have a face mask on. It is 9:37. We took a break to go get ice cream. It was delicious, delectable, and I hit the 800. And I had a rush of energy, and so I was like, I'm gonna keep writing. 9:37, I just finished chapter 24, which means I have gotten through 12 chapters today. I started writing at, oh goodness, was it 9:45 or 10:45? What time? I think it was 10:45. I think I started writing at 10:45. 10:45 to 11:45. 12:45? 10 hours? 12 chapters in 10 hours? Is that correct? All while also taking breaks to make lunch, do dishes, make sourdough, and get ice cream. I feel like that's really good. I am bummed that tonight I'm not going to finish the book because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 chapters left. I don't think it's going to be done tonight, which is a bummer, but I'm very proud. I'm going to dive into chapter 25, and I'm just going to keep going until I fall asleep, and we're going to see where we get tonight. It's the next morning. I have my sourdough loaves. Did you guys think I was not going to show you my sourdough? Also, don't mind the slick back look. I know I look like an egg. I don't have the features for a full slick the back look, but I don't want to wash my hair. Anyways, this was a smaller loaf. It got a little flatter. I'm confused because it's literally the same dough. So I'm not 100% sure. I think it's my Banneton baskets. As long as it's good on the inside, I don't really care. Possibly I need to make my gluten stronger, and during my first mix, I need to knead a little bit longer. That's what I'm thinking. Anyways, they still look so good. Let's cut into them. If there's a good crumb for one, there's probably a good crumb for both. I'm going to show you first. This is the flatter loaf. Oh, she's perfect. Oh, she's perfect. I don't really care that she's flatter. Definitely need to strengthen. But it's weird because one puffed up and one didn't. I mean, that still had like a spring and doesn't matter. I mean, it's probably, hopefully, going to be the same. Oh. Stunning. I'm so excited. Beautiful. I wonder why I think it's the Banneton because this was in my smaller, long Banneton. So I do a little, like, this has more dough because it's in the circular one. Maybe that's why? I don't know. Let's have a slice. By the time you see this video, I'll have figured out why this loaf does what it does. This slice is still a little bit warm because it's the fresher one out of the oven. I still waited the whole hour. Some people say 2 hours. I don't find that necessary. My game plan today is I basically have the whole day before my family gets into town and 10 chapters left. I don't think I'll get all 10 chapters done because I do have to edit the video that's being posted tomorrow because today is Friday. That's going to take up some time. Then I'm going to write until they show up. We will see how far I get. Today is February 10th, 2026, and what better way to do a hair reveal with also telling you that I finished writing The Lonely Wives Club. I finished it at 75,164 words. I finished writing draft 4, which my goal was to have draft 4 be agent ready. Now, here's a few things I have to do. I'm not sending this to agents tomorrow. I am going to read this all to my husband and get his non-biased feedback. I love having my husband as like one of my main beta readers because he's not big into like fiction books. He loves reading like doctor autobiographies or whatever. I don't know. I feel like a good critical viewpoint of, is this story making sense to somebody that doesn't really have preferences when it comes to fiction? Because I feel like a lot of book talky people, or booktube, or just people who are really, 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 really passionate about reading, you build up these, because again, reading is subjective, and you build up these, preferences, these little like pet peeves or things like that. I'm not looking for an opinion on the story in that way. I'm looking for a very cut and dry, does this make sense? Are there plot holes? Do you feel like characters have been developed or thought out? And using my husband, at some point it's going to get to a point, I'm going to write so many books I can't use him because then he's going to be so used to this. But for now, it's really great because also this is a genre that he wouldn't ever read. So I feel like that gives me a further deeper non-bias to where he can just really look at me and be like, I'm lost in this story because he's not used to it. Like I feel, and that's my thing. So I read it to him and get his full feedback. We've already started. And then I'm going to open this up into a draft 5 and give a full read through if I find myself making a lot of edits, / if I've gotten feedback from my husband that he's like found any plot holes or things that aren't making sense, or if he feels like the story isn't structured well, then we just keep editing. Like I've already told you this like before, but we finished draft 4 that I do feel from my edits, I do feel it's agent ready. But I am still going to take all the precautions I can because I want to do this right. Oh, and I hit my word goal. I barely, I actually didn't think I was going to hit 75 to where I was even giving myself the pep talk of like, I'll be fine if I do 73, 74, but I hit 75. I'm so happy about that. Let's address the elephant in the room before I dive back into more of like this book. My hair's pink. My hair's pink. I used to dye my hair a million colors all the time. Even in some old YouTube videos, you can see that I did have pink hair for a little bit, for a hot second. Then I went back to my platinum blonde. I've been trying to grow out my hair and keep it healthy while still being able to have the blonde hair I want. I've been successful. My hairstylist has been saying like, let's dye your hair, let's dye your hair. So we have pink hair. I don't know if this is like my forever color. I always go back to pink. But what do you guys What do you guys think? If you watch my shorts, you would have seen this transformation when it happened. If you don't watch my shorts, surprise, I have pink hair. Back to the book, because that's what we're here for. My hair's pink. Cool. Let's move on. My game plan is I have a lot of work to do these next few days, so I'm not even going to think. I'm going to be reading the book to my husband. And then I joined a book club that meets the day after Valentine's Day, and I haven't even started the book, but this is the book we're reading, These Impossible Things. So I'm going to be reading this book to my husband. When I finish that, I'm going to read this before book club, focus on this for book club to also give my brain a break from this, so I can come back at it with fresh eyes. When my husband is going to be doing his long form test, practice test for his MCAT, I'm going to use that time to do the draft 5 full read through. By that day, which is like 5 days from now, 5 or 6 days from now, I should know a little bit how much work, if I need to do work for draft 5, and then we can go from there. If my husband is saying this is agent ready, I'm getting through draft 5 and really feeling like I'm making little to no edits, then next week I will be prepping my query package, which actually is miserable. I'm actually not excited about that. I have to write a synopsis. The query letter I'm actually not worried about because I already wrote that blurb for my agent's guide for all the Quest Pit events. And clearly my blurb, I'm going to like beef up my blurb a little bit, but like clearly what I already have is working. And I already know how to write a query letter. So I'm not worried about the query letter. It's the synopsis. The synopsis. And I have to find comp books. Comp books? Comp titles? I'm also going to be doing my research on that this week and read a few books. Find comp titles. Write the synopsis. And then maybe within the next few weeks, we'll begin querying. In a perfect world, in a fun world, in a delusional world, I have an offer of representation come my birthday on February 28th. But it's fine. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, I'm just very, 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 very proud of this. From switching genres to also this being my 3rd book in 2 years, to also taking everything I have learned on this journey to try to stay true to my voice and my art while also understanding maybe the business aspect of this and maybe blending both. I'm proud. I'm very proud. And we will see what happens with the Lonely Wives Club. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and I hope you stay on this journey with me. Okay, love you, bye!